You're on the Bible Forum. It's a Sunday night. You knew it would be. It's January 20th, 2019. I want to talk to you about deep fakes. Do you know about deep fakes? You need to get ready for the deep fakes. Get used to hearing the phrase. It refers to digital manipulation of sound, images, and/or video to impersonate someone or to make it appear that a person did or said something they didn't really say or do. And to do it in such a manner that is increasingly realistic, to the point that the unaided observer can't detect the difference. It's about artificial intelligence and digital impersonation. It's a combination of machine learning algorithms, often neural networks, combined with facial mapping software to enable the cheap and easy fabrication of content that hijacks your identity, your voice, your face, your body. Deep faith technology inserts individual faces into videos without their permission. And the result is an unbelievable video of people doing and saying things they never did. Now, not surprisingly, the concept has been quickly used to sleazy end. The latest craze is fake sex videos featuring celebrities like Gal Gadot and Emma Watson. They did not enter into sex with each other, but the scene looks realistic. These people are now non-consensual cyber porn. Conscripting individuals, more often women, into fake porn undermines a person's character and credibility, reduces them to sexual objects, engenders feelings of embarrassment and shame, inflicts reputational harm that can devastate careers, especially for everyday people. Cyber stalkers are sure to use fake sex videos to torment victims. Can you say blackmail? So what comes next? Well, the implications are obvious. Lawsuits, ransom demands, and almost any other abusive, individually targeted evil purpose you can think of. Can you say blackmail? Destroying your reputation, undermining your credibility in terms of a job. The list is almost endless. And think about the international implications. Politicians saying things they never said. Hateful things that could start wars. But you realize this is not new. A century ago, Justice Oliver Wendell Holmes warned of the danger of falsely shouting fire in a crowded theater. Now those false cries may go viral, fueled by the pervasive power of hyper-realistic evidence in conjunction with the distribution powers of social media. But there's more. Deepfakes also have potential to cause harm on a broader scale, including harms that will impact national security, the very fabric of our democracy. Deepfakes can easily threaten national security. We've already seen trolls try to create panic over fake environmental disasters. A case in point would be the recent Saudi Qatar crisis, which may have been fueled by a hack in which someone injected fake stories with fake quotes by Qatar's emir into a Qatari, news site. You see, in May of 2018, the state-run Qatar news agency ran articles that cast positive light on Iran, Israel, and the Muslim Brotherhood, along with Hamas. Qatar denied the authenticity of these statements and pointed the finger at Qatari leader Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. It took all summer last year and many high-level meetings between the players and our own Secretary of State to get this thing settled out and down. And it may not be over yet. Now take this sort of event and add a realistic looking audio video clip that appears for all the world to be legitimate. And you start to see the possibilities. Fake videos could feature public officials taking bribes, uttering racial epithets, engaging in adultery. Politicians and other government officials could appear in locations where they are not and were not, saying or doing horrific things that they did not. Fake videos could place them in meetings with spies or criminals, launch public outrage, criminal investigations, or both. Soldiers shown murdering innocent civilians in a war zone, precipitating waves of violence and even strategic harms to our war effort. A deep fake might falsely depict, a white police officer shooting an unarmed black man while shouting racial epithets. A fake audio clip might reveal criminal behavior by a candidate on the eve of an election. A fake video might portray an Israeli official doing or saying something so inflammatory as to cause riots in neighboring countries, potentially disrupting diplomatic ties or even motivating a wave of violence. False audio might convincingly depict U.S. officials privately admitting a plan to commit this or that outrage overseas, exquisitely timed to disrupt an important diplomatic initiative. A fake video might depict emergency officials announcing an impending missile strike on Los Angeles, or an emergent pandemic in New York, provoking panic or worse. The possibilities are almost endless. And what if any of this was about you, or your spouse, or your pastor, or your local government? Over 900 people fled to South America on the say-so of one preacher back in the 80s. Remember Jim Jones? And those people ended up drinking poison because that's what he told them to do. It's powerful stuff. The spread of deepfakes can threaten the trust necessary for democracy to function effectively. First and most obviously, the marketplace of ideas get injected with a particularly dangerous form of falsehood. But second to that, and more subtly, is the public may become more willing to disbelieve the truth and more willing to believe the uncomfortable facts. We already have a situation like that today. A growing number of people are willingly accepting facts which have no substance as truth. Worse even, they are acting on them to their own destruction and the destruction of good order. This belief is so ingrained as to ignore reality when clearly exposed. At a minimum, a fake video becomes widespread, or as fake video becomes widespread, the public may have difficulty believing what their eyes or ears are telling them, even when the information is real. Today, it's a problem with public trust. Tomorrow, the Bible speaks of a world leader who is able to command tremendous respect by means of several events and circumstances. In a recent report, the Belfer Center highlighted the national security implications of sophisticated forgeries. For instance, an adversary could acquire real and sensitive documents through cyber espionage and leak the real documents along with forgeries supported by leaked forged audio and video. In similar fashion, public trust may be shaken no matter how credible the government's rebuttal of the fake videos may be. Making matters worse, news organizations may be chilled from rapidly reporting real, disturbing events for fear that the evidence of them will turn out to be fake. And one can well imagine someone trying to trap a news organization in exactly this way. But consider just one from the Bible. In Revelation chapter 13, there is an image that speaks like a man. John is talking about what he saw in heaven. The time frame is the end of the age, when the forces of evil are captivating the hearts of men, deceiving them into worship of this man of sin who has taken over, apparently, the Western civilization. A time when the leaven of the Church of Jesus Christ has been removed from the earth. And John writes of what he saw, saying, "And I beheld another beast." Beast in the Bible is simply an indescribable creature, coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Now clearly this is a demonic creature. Verse 12, he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship that first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven. This is the false prophet, on earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them on earth that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had the power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. It's a fake Christ. And he had the power to give life unto the image of the beast, and the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Imagine that. A created image that now has the ability to speak, and if you don't worship that image has the ability to issue your death. And it has to happen. Verse 16, he caused all, both small and great, rich, poor, free, bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or on their foreheads, that no man should buy or sell save he have that mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. These are all first century words to describe the technology that exists today. Only it's more today than even this seems to imply. And the technology today is nothing compared to what is coming. Not in the far distant future, but this year, next year. The most destructive aspects are not visible to the average person, but underneath and round about the government world, the communication world, the scientific world, and even the religious world, there are things either already in use or being developed which will change our world forever. They are being presented as good, important, necessary. They are being presented as progress, innovative, exciting. But underneath, they may be more destructive than anything we've ever seen. And on a spiritual level, they're killers, bringing death to our soul, to our spirit, to our heart, through their deception and spiritual deceit. Think about it. Think about videos you can't trust being real. Last year, we saw one. It was former President Barack Obama. And I can still see the image, the 4 pictures of the same man in this rectangular box. Each of them a little bit different, saying things that he has said out of context. Think about somebody being able to do that to you, convincing your wife or your husband that they want a divorce or that they don't love you anymore. Or maybe it's a financial thing. Or maybe it's a power thing. Or maybe it's just a minor little thing. Just cheat you out of your money somehow, your credit card or something. But to have somebody that's not real, acting as though they are, looking for all the world to be the person they appear to be. And it's not. It's not you. And you'll never be able to prove that it isn't. Watch for it. Note it. And beware.